Hello everyone, a very warm welcome to all myself Nilakshi, and today we are going to understand about bacteria, where we are just going to know about the size and shape, the structure, characteristics and reproduction which happen in bacterial cell. So it is the last video from Monera kingdom. In the next video we will start with the Protista kingdom of the animal kingdom. Okay, so let's get started with the session. If you like the session, so please like and subscribe to our channel. Let's go to the slides and let us understand about the size and shape of bacteria. So basically, in the basis of shape, bacteria are usually of four types on the basis of their shape. First is you can see cocci. So cocci is a spherical shape bacteria. Okay, so sphere is a solid shape. Everyone knows. So it's in the shape of sphere. Okay. Second is bacilli. I will give you a very common example. Lactobacillus, which convert milk into curd. So bacilli is actually in rod shape bacteria. It like a rod, iron rod. Okay, so it's a standing rectangle we can say. Okay. Third is spirilla. From the name, you can see it is saying spirilla, which is spiral. Yes, spiral or twisted bacteria. नाम से पता चल रहा है spirilla, which means spiral or twisted bacteria. Yes. Next is Vibrio. So Vibrio is actually a comma shaped bacteria. Like this comma which we use as abbreviate in any sentences. Yes. So it's like in a comma shaped. Okay. So according to the size, what will be the size of the bacteria? This is the question. That's why I'm not mentioning in the slides. Because size will be different in every bacteria, not as same as that. So, if you want to just know the unit, how to calculate a bacteria size, it is known as micrometer or in short, microns. Okay, so according to microns, the average size of bacteria is 1 to 10 microns at zero point 0.1 to zero point 0.6 micrometer. Okay, so let's go to the further slide and let us understand about the structure of the bacteria. What is the structure of bacteria we saw? So it consists of a living protoplasm surrounded by a cell wall made up of cellulose. So the question says here that what is protoplasm? Protoplasm क्या होता है? So it is the living content of the cell. It is a combination of nucleus and cytoplasm. The inner or we can say the organelles in the cells are actually the protoplasm because they are living because of the protoplasm. So protoplasm is surrounded by a cell wall and this cell wall is made up of cellulose. Okay. Second point is DNA is present in the central region. So see, in the normal eukaryotic cells, the cell contains a nucleus. In the nucleus, it contains the chromosomal DNA. Yes, everyone agree. But bacteria is a prokaryotic cells. So bacteria does not contain any nucleus, or you can see a primitive nucleus. So how the DNA will just adjust there? So it just floats in the central region of their body. Okay, so this is you can see this is a bacterial cell. So the chromosomal DNA and the plasmid DNA like floats in the central region, but main DNA flows in the central region here. It is the chromosomes. Okay. Third point says this cytoplasm contains vacuoles, granules, and green pigment. Okay. So the cytoplasm, which contains other organelles in it also, contains vacuoles, granules, and the green pigment. What is vacuoles? So vacuoles is nothing but we can say which contains water, which store the water and other waste product in it. Okay. So let's move forward and let's go to the last slide here, which is the characteristics. Okay. Okay. First, let us understand about the reproduction. I think so. Reproduction happens in bacterial cell. We discussed in the first video in the characteristics of Monerians. So where we have just studied about the asexual method and sexual method of reproduction, also the gene recombination where transformation, transduction, and conjugation happens. So same slide is here. So in the sexual reproduction in bacteria mainly happens with the gene recombination processes. First is transformation, transduction, and conjugations. These three processes you will learn in detail in higher classes. So I will only, you just memorize the terms, how the reproduction happens in the category of asexual reproduction. In the case of asexual reproduction, it happens by the binary fission and sporulation. So binary fission happens like you have the parent cell, it converted into two daughter cells. Okay, so this is known as binary fission, like in amoeba, it happens. Sporulation means a spore formation reproduction where it contains some spores and the spore contained into the new organism. Okay, so let's move forward and let us understand about the characteristics of bacteria. It is the last slide up here where we are just learning about some points which we learned in the characteristics of Monerians. Some characteristics are different here, so let us understand each point here. So first is habitat. Where does bacteria live? That is the question. What is their adaptation? So, monorails are found everywhere in hot springs, under ice, in deep ocean floor, in deserts, or on or inside the body of plants and animals. Yes, it is true. So, if we talk about monorails, they're found in everywhere, in hot springs, under ice, in deep ocean floor, because they are considered as the extremomorphosis. So bacteria comes into category of habitat of Monera. So that's why some bacteria come into the category of Monera, come in the plantae, come in the other kingdoms of the animal kingdom. Yes. So they can live in anywhere. You can see like it live in hot springs, under ice, in deep ocean floor, in deserts, or in the inside of plant and human body also. How human body? So if monera or bacteria live everywhere, so in our hats, they also come to our hats through, because we are touch everything everywhere, so it comes to our hats. When we eat through our hands, it goes to our body. So we can say that bacteria also exist in our human body. It also in the case of plants and animals, okay, because they live outside, so bacteria is more contact in them. Yes. Let's go to the second point, which is nutrition. How they possibly do their nutrition work. So nutrition can happen in other ways also. So here we have some processes where nutrition can happen in bacterial cell. First is autotrophs, second is heterotrophs, third is parasitic, fourth is symbiotic, and fifth is communalism, then mutualism. Okay, what is this process? Let us understand. Okay, so autotrophs means does do their nutrition through making their own food. Okay, so autotrophs means like make their own food and eat it like that. Okay, heterotrophs means depend on others for their food. Okay, parasitic means depends on the host cell for their food requirements. Symbiotic means doing a mutual relationship between two organisms. If one benefit other, other benefit the others once. Okay. So like that, communism and mutualism happens like this symbiotic process only. Okay. Let's go to the third point, which is respiration. In this organism vary. They may be obligate aerobes, and facultative aerobes. So aerobes, obligative aerobes, and facultative aerobes. What are this? So if we talk about the respiration in this organism, it can vary to different bacteria. So they will be like obligate, like strict aerobes. They just do their respiration through in the presence of oxygen. If there is carbon dioxide, if there is no oxygen, absence of oxygen, it doesn't happen. So they are strict aerobes, obligate we can say. Obligate aerobes, like they are strict aerobes, like methanogens. Yes, and facultative anaerobes, like they can do aerobes, anaerobes, both type presence. of both presence of oxygen and absence of oxygen in both the things. Okay. Fourth point is the circulation. It is through diffusion. Circulation means blood circulation, transferring of products, useful mineral, nutrient products to different parts of our body. Oxygen supplied to our body. So it is known as the circulation process. So it happens through diffusion. Diffusion means the intermixing of different type of products in them, and the circulation happens. Okay. Fifth point is movement is with the help of flagella. Everyone knows in bacteria they have a locomotion part, and they done with their movement, the locomotion through the flagella. Let's go to the sixth point. It is very common. We just learned about it that reproduction is mostly asexual. Sexual is also seen. Asexual we know as binary fission, and sexual will be conjugation, transformation, and transduction. So these are the processes we see here. So let's go to the next slide, and thank you. Have a nice day. We have learned about so much things. So let's do a quick recap. Okay. So we learned about the size and shape of bacteria. Four types of bacteria on the basis of their shape. The size will be micrometer or microns according to that. Then we will learn about some characteristics of bacteria also, reproduction, and like that we will complete the whole session in the sub parts, and we make the videos precise so it doesn't bother you too much. So thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, so please like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Bye.